When you think of BMW, you think of their classic heritage or perhaps their high-performance models. But as times change and the automotive world goes green, the company has evolved a different kind of flagship, one that's fully electric. Meet the new range-topping luxury flagship, the BMW iX. I'm Colin Cumming and this is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. So first things first, this is a large car. It's almost 5 meters long and 2 meters wide. But for a large vehicle, it's extremely sporty. You have the sleek headlights and you also have the large air vents. One thing, however, that has split opinion is the new kidney grille. It may seem like smooth plastic, but upon closer inspection, it's actually a layer of polyurethane. Now that's important because it has the power to self-heal, meaning any stone chips or scratches simply vanish. Actually pretty neat, but that's important because behind here BMW have managed to integrate their cameras, their sensors and their radars. As standard, you get the 21-inch alloys on the iX. This model sports the optional 22-inch alloys, but yet somehow still managed to look small given the size of the car. The side skirts are carbon fibre and the doors are flush. You also have electric operated door handles and you have frameless windows. The rear C-pillars are accompanied by a sleek spoiler and the lights mirror those of the front. You'll also notice a reversing camera for the rear and the BMW badge. Now because the lights are integrated into the boot, when you open the boot at night you don't have any lights. Fear not. BMW have come up with some safety features including light panels here and light panels here. The structures do encroach the boot slightly, however you still have 500 litres of space. You also have electrically operated seats and fold down. Because the batteries are under the floor, there is plenty of space for 3 large adults. You get plenty of leg room and there is plenty of headroom as well. And the headroom is helped because of this glass panoramic roof. Now you also got all your own AC controls and your climate controls, and there are also ISOFIX points for child seats in the back. On both seats, however, there aren't any in the rear seat. The iX also comes with a top 5-star rating for Euro NCAP. There's incredible ingenuity, engineering and design, none more so than in the front cabin. It's nice to see BMW allowing its designers to be creative and come up with a nice, pleasant design. However, the hexagonal steering wheel might take a little getting used to. Inside the cabin you have a very minimalistic approach. There's a wonderful wide digital screen here which is curved towards the driver. You have here on the driver's side you have a 12-inch display with all the relevant information, and here you have a 15-inch display with all the infotainment. You can control it with touch screen or you can control it with gesture, given it's a BMW. There is also the new operating iDrive 8 controlled here from the crystal dial. One thing I do like here is actually you have the shortcuts for all the apps and the controls and infotainment on this wooden panel. There's a sense of equanimity in the main cabin for both driver and passenger as you're surrounded by sustainable leather. Now because it's built on an EV platform, there is loads of space. You have also the mobile phone charger, you have cup holders and you also have the USB-Cs. Now because it's a BMW, you get a plethora of safety equipment and standard features. You might have noticed that due to it being a minimalistic approach from BMW, there are no buttons on the dashboard, meaning you have to use the screen by touch. You can find all the apps and the sat-nav and the phone. There's a plethora of apps here to use. It does look confusing at first and can be a bit fidgety, but once you get your bearings, it's very easy to use and it's also easily customizable. And you can also use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with ease. This is the xDrive 40 and much of what we'll say will equally apply to the xDrive 50 model as well. Both models are dual powered and both zero emissions and are both very, very similar. The only difference between both models is the size of the battery packs and the charge times and the power. The iX is fitted with intelligent all-wheel drive, making this model the first fully electric BMW to be fitted with this. When we are driving, there is no road noise or wind noise, and surprisingly there's no noise inside the cabin from both electric motors. So despite being a large car, it doesn't feel large when you're driving. It's actually quite nimble, especially on the country roads we're driving to now. Adaptive air suspension is standard on this model and the X50, and you can adjust all the settings on the screen. One of the neat things you have in this car is a 360-degree camera system. You have cameras at the front, rear and on the sides. This xDrive 40 produces 326 horsepower. It's got a 71 kilowatt hour battery, and roughly, according to BMW, you'll get about 250 miles on a single charge. All these figures, of course, are dependent on weather conditions, driving style, technique and general conditions of the road. The iX model can charge on a 200 kilowatt, so from 10% to 80% you'll roughly get a charge in about 35 minutes. There's no denying that the iX is one of the very best electric cars on the market. Prices start at £69,905, and as you'd expect, the BMW comes with a plethora of extras, and all this information can be found at the Arnold Clark website, including information on the new 600 horsepower iX60. Let us know what you think of the new BMW iX in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. To find out more on prices, specs and lease offers available, click on the link or head to the Arnold Clark website. You can also find us across all social media channels. Thanks for watching. Until next time, drive safe.